Can epigenetic changes be inherited across generations? Imagine your genes are like a light switch. Epigenetics is what turns those switches on or off without changing the actual wiring. It's a way our environment influences how our genes behave. Now, the big question is whether these changes can be passed down to our children and grandchildren. Epigenetic modifications include adding chemical tags to DNA, changing how tightly DNA is wrapped around proteins called histones, or using non-coding RNA molecules to regulate gene activity. These changes can be influenced by things like diet, stress, or exposure to toxins. During early brain development, these epigenetic marks help shape how the brain grows and functions. For an epigenetic change to be inherited, it must be present in the reproductive cells, which are sperm and eggs. Usually, during the formation of these cells and early embryo development, most epigenetic marks are erased and reset. This process is called epigenetic reprogramming. It's like hitting a reset button to give each new generation a fresh start. Because of this, most epigenetic changes acquired during a person's life don't get passed on. However, some studies suggest that certain epigenetic marks or molecules like long-lived RNA can escape this reset. These can be transmitted to offspring and even further down the line. This is called transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. For example, if a parent experiences severe stress or malnutrition, some of these epigenetic effects might influence their children's traits, like stress responses or metabolism. In humans, evidence for true transgenerational inheritance is still limited and debated. Many effects seen in studies are actually due to direct exposure or maternal influences during pregnancy, not inherited changes. But in animals like mice and plants, scientists have seen clearer examples of epigenetic inheritance across generations. When it comes to infant brain growth and early childhood neurodevelopment, epigenetics plays a key role. It helps the brain respond to early life experiences, such as nutrition or stress, which can leave lasting marks on the developing brain. While the inheritance of epigenetic changes across generations is still being studied, what's clear is that the environment we create for children today can influence their brain development through epigenetic pathways. Understanding this helps us see why a healthy prenatal and early postnatal environment is so important. It also hints that parental experiences might influence their children's development through epigenetic mechanisms, even if we don't fully understand all the details yet. In summary, some epigenetic information can be passed from one generation to the next, especially in animals. In humans, the evidence is still emerging, and most of the influence on brain development comes from the environment during early life. This makes caring for children and expecting parents even more vital for healthy brain growth.